Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Ariana Rhodes. Today I am doing this sort of bronzy fall makeup look, and if you want to see me recreate it, then just keep watching. So to start out, I'm going to take some of NARS primer, and this is nice if you have oily eyelids and need something extra that's going to help control that oil, shine, and creasiness throughout the day. Then I'm going to use MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and I'm just going to prime my eyelids. So I'm going to start out by using Shroom from MAC, and this is just a neutral highlight. The reason I'm doing this first is because I want it to blend into the rest of the makeup. I don't want a super stark highlight underneath my brow. Now I'm going to go in with Beaches and Cream from Makeup Geek and just a large fluffy brush. And I'm just going to tilt my head back and I'm going to blend through the crease. And I'm going to bring it a little bit higher right through here. I'm just going to be really soft about this. And I'm blending that up into that highlight. Now I'm going in with Brun from MAC, and this is just a cool toned brown shade. And I'm going to look just straight ahead into the mirror. Since my eyelids tend to fold over a little bit, I want to create the crease just slightly higher to sort of open up and create more of a lid space. And I'm going to use this brush so that way this skinny side is going along my crease and not fat like this, because I want to create just a softer, smaller line. So I'm going to just start sort of right through here. And then I'm just bringing it in. Also, you want to be very light-handed. You barely want the brush to touch the skin. That's also why I'm holding the brush down on the handle. That is going to force myself to be even lighter-handed. I'm just going to build that up. And even though I'm bringing it all the way in, I want most of the pigment to be right here, right in the corner of the eye. So now you can see that when I sort of lift my eye back, it's right at the top part of my crease area where it goes into the skin. So I'm going to go in with another color. This is Folie. This is super pretty. It's almost like a plum brown. And I'm going to bring that just below, and I'm tilting my head back, and I'm just blending that into the crease. And instead of using the brush totally on its side like we did for that, I'm using it a little bit more at an angle, so that way I can get some of the pigment a little bit lower through here and then sort of turn it and get it into the crease. And that's going to sort of create the shape that I'm looking for. And I'm going to go in and build it up a little bit right there in the corner. And just continue to build it up until it's the deepness and it's the shape that you want. I'm going to go back into Brun, and I'm just going to make sure those colors are blended seamlessly together, and it is the shape that I want. Then I'm going to take the same brush, the 217 from MAC, but just a different one, and I'm going in with Texture from MAC. And this is going to create more warmth, slightly darker than the Beaches and Cream, a little bit different tone. And I'm just bringing this right on the outer edge of our shadow, right underneath where that Beaches and Cream ends, but right at the top of Brun, I don't know how you say it. I'm going to go into Goldenrod from MAC. I'm taking a fluffy brush, I'm getting a little bit on there, and then I'm going to sort of work it into the brush a little bit and tap it off. And that is just going to make sure that you're not getting a clump of product on, but they're still going to get the pigment of it. And I'm just bringing it right in the outer corner, really, really softly, just to bring in a little bit of more of that yellowy warmth to the edges of the look. But I'm also bringing it a little bit right here. I'm going in with the Color Tattoo 24-Hour Bad to the Bronze. I love this shadow. The only thing is it dries out, and every single time you use it, you have to wipe off an entire layer in order for it to lay down smoothly, which I'm fine with since it's on the cheaper side, but that's just the downside to it. Now I'm going in with a Bobbi Brown Touch Up brush. This is just a short, flat, fluffy brush. Fluffy brush. And I'm just getting the product on there. Then I'm slightly wiping it off just to make sure that it's evenly on there and I'm not gonna get like a ton stuck onto one area, then I'm going to start blending that onto my eyelid. Then to get right by my lashes, you're gonna take the brush on, flip it, and then I'm going to pat the product right on that lash line. I always start right in the center, and then that way you get the most product there, and then you're gonna feather it out. So that way you don't have any harsh lines that you have to go and blend. Just makes your life easier. So now that I got the color on there, I'm just gonna slightly touch up Folie on the outside corner. Then I'm going in with a Max Reflex pigment. Now I have it in a little sample thing and I don't remember what color it is, but I'll try to figure it out and put it down below. It's so pretty though. And I'm just taking what's on the lid and I'm gonna use my ring finger. And I'm just gonna pat that on there and then I'm just gonna sort of shake it out, give it a little blow so that way there's not a ton of fallout. I find this is the best way if you want a lot of pigment on there. And I'm gonna pat this, again, starting in the center, and pat that on the lid. I want it to blend into this color over here, the Folie, so I don't want a harsh line. So once I have pretty much no product on my finger, I'll go to the edge and just sort of blend that out. Now I'm gonna go in with my eyeliner, and I'm using Coffee Eye Pencil from MAC, and I'm gonna go right along the top waterline underneath the lashes. So once I got that on all the way from corner to corner, I'm going to just sort of right through here so I'm not disrupting the shadow, pull my lid a little bit, and I'm just gonna wiggle that into the lash line. And once I wanna go to the inner corner, I'm gonna turn my eye all the way this way so that way it flattens out that area and exposes it so that way I can get in there. So now for the liner on the bottom, I already put out on the waterline and then I want to blend that into the lashes and then blending it with a pencil brush. To clean up under my eyes, I'm going to use Cover FX Anti-Age like eye primer base and just a beauty blender. I like to use moisturizers and primers to remove makeup rather than remover or wipes. It's because that is going to leave a residue that is going to disrupt the makeup that you put on top. I'm just going to use a little bit of Becca's shimmering, what is the name of this? I don't know. Shimmering Skin Perfector. And this is in the color Moonstone. I'm going to take a little bit just through here. Okay, so for foundation, I'm going to use Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation, and I'm in number 3 beige. And I'm going to use her full coverage new face brush. I actually really like this brush. It's super soft, and I always start in the center of my face. This is my most problem area, just sort of right through here. So I'd like to build the most coverage where I need it, and then a very sheer coverage where I don't need as much. And this will help make your foundation look really natural and look more like skin. And now since I'm going to use a cream bronzer, I'm going to do that before I do my concealer because I like to set my concealer right after I put it on. I'm using the Giorgio Armani Liquid Summer. My favorite brush to use with this is the Real Technique Sculpting brush. And I'm just going to get a little bit on my brush and then I'm going to totally blend it into the brush. And this is going to make it so you apply it really evenly. I'm starting right by my hairline and I'm just pressing that into my skin. And I want this look to be really bronzy. So I'm even bringing that up sort of into my eyeshadow area and then up through my temple and then right through the bottom of my chin. So I'm applying my concealer, NARS Creamy Concealer in Vanilla and Custard, just to get the right color that I want. And since I want this look to be more bronzy and I want my bronze to sort of come up through here, I'm placing it just right in the center of my face. And that's where I have the most darkness anyways. And I'm just blending it out with a beauty blender. I'm patting and just staying right in that area. I'm not moving it outwards until I get it just like this, and then I'm going to slightly blend this out. And I'm also going to use that on my nose because I need more coverage there. It's also gonna act as a little bit of a highlight. So now that that's all blended out, I'm going to set my under eye concealer, and I'm using the Hourglass Ethereal Light. I love the way that this concealer looks without anything, but girl, I creased so bad. Then I'm just going to set the center of my face with this. Now I'm gonna go on to bronzer, and I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Fill Star Bronze and Glow. Just a really fluffy brush. I get it on there, and then I'm just gonna sort of work it into the brush, and then lightly blend that on top of the bronzer. So now I'm gonna fill my brows. I'm gonna use Brunette pencil from MAC. Now I'm going in with the Tom Ford Gold Dust bronzer, and the reason I'm doing this is because it has a little bit more warmth to it, and I'm just sort of bringing that through where you would normally highlight on the top of your cheekbone, and I'm just blending that into my eyeshadow and sort of creating this blown out look. You want to just sort of make it look like it's spilling into your cheek and your bronzer. Now I'm going to do this side of my face, and then I will walk you through this side. I'm just taking Folie, and I'm just blending that underneath my lashes, and I'm using the same Bobbi Brown touch-up brush. So then I'm going to mix Peaches and Cream and blend that down. And I'm just using a combo of brushes, just depending on the placement and how much pigment I want. If I want a smaller area, I'm going to use this brush, and if I want more pigment, I'm going to use this brush. And then if I'm wanting to blend and on a larger area, I'm going to use my fluffy brush. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite highlighter. Oh my goodness. Well, for this moment, my favorite highlighter. And it's the Becca Champagne Pop, the one that Jaclyn Hill did. I'm taking just a pencil brush with that, and I'm just patting it into the inner corner. Then I'm going to take this Morphe M501 and that same highlight. Now, since we're bronzy out here, I'm going to bring my highlight in the center. So I'm still on the top of that cheekbone, but I'm just not bringing it out here. I'm going to take a little bit on my nose and a little bit on my cupid's bow. So now I'm going to curl my lashes first and then mascara. So what I did decide on is using individuals, and I just picked these up, I don't know, CVS or something, and they are trios, so there are 3 individual lashes connected. That just makes everything a little bit quicker, and I'm only using 2 of those right on the outside corner. Since this look is sort of falling into the cheeks, I want to continue to make my eyes sort of fall and look a little bit more almond. Then I'm going to go back in with the voluminous, and I'm just going to fill that up in the outer corner. I'm going to take the NYX Soft Brown Lip Liner and just line my lips. And I'm just going to go in with Kinda Sexy from MAC, and I'm just going to pat that in the center. To finish off my look, I'm using my Caudalie Grape Water. I'm just going to spritz my face. Or douse. And now this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. Comment down below with any questions or recommendations for looks in the future. I'm definitely going to start doing looks. The goal is every week, so stay tuned. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye.